Happy new moon and welcome to your practice. I hope that you have been enjoying a really blissful week. Today's practice is all about calming any emotionally charged energy. So, as I'm recording this, it is November of 2020. We're coming into the Scorpio new moon, and we have got this emotionally charged energy around us for sure. The new moon is always that time to quiet things down in your life to reflect the skies. So, to come into more quiet practices, to gaze back and reflect a little bit, to dream forward, and just to quiet things down and take a break. So, this new moon is no different at all. With all of these emotions really heightened, it's a nice time to take a break from that, to step back, and to calm things down. The hope is that you can come to this practice during any new moon or any time that you're feeling really emotionally charged. In today's practice, I am going to be using some yoga blocks, and I'm also going to use a yoga bolster. And if you don't have one of these, you can definitely pull some pillows off of your bed or off of your couch, and they will work awesome for you. I am going to be practicing today with both selenite and black tourmaline. And I'm pulling both of these into my practice because they are both substantial in setting intentions of clearing your energy. Selenite is a stone that is known to be cleansing. It's actually known as the ultimate cleansing stone. It really helps to calm your energy down. I love to bring in selenite anytime I'm feeling really heightened and I want to calm down. This is the one that I use. Black tourmaline is awesome at clearing any negative energy or blocking any negative energy. I keep a piece of black tourmaline by my desk, by my bed. I have it all over my space, and this is one that I really pull out anytime I want to push that negative energy away. So these two working in unison together, I think, will be fantastic for calming down that emotional energy within our practice. You can use these on your body. You can just have them near your space. In today's practice, I did put together a playlist. If you'd like to play my music, you can click the link below. Otherwise, you can have a silent practice or you could play your own music. And I'm going to meet you on your mat in child's pose. Welcome to your mat. I am so excited to practice under this new moon with you today. I've got my selenite and my black tourmaline in my hands. I'm going to keep them in my hands for child's pose. So for child's pose, draw your big toes to touch. You can either keep your knees together or have a little sliver of space between them. You could just sit hips to heels, or you could place a yoga block underneath your hips. You could also find your pillow and place that in front of you on your mat for some support for your chest as you guide yourself down. And if you don't want to use any props, then you don't need to go for it here. We're going to lengthen through our spine. Take a big inhale breath. And as you sigh out your exhale, walk yourself forward into child's pose. Take your time getting there. Relax through your arms. You can either guide forehead down towards your mat, or if you are practicing with a pillow or bolster underneath your chest, you can turn your gaze to the side. And as you bow down into kicking off your practice today, just ask yourself, what is it that you need to get off of your chest? And sit with that thought for a few breaths. What's on your mind? What's going on? We'll take a breath together for 3 breaths, just to release some of what's been on your mind, some of what's stirring up that emotional energy for you. On your inhale breath, tell yourself, I've got this. And exhale out whatever it is that you'd like to release. 2 more times. Inhale, I've got this. Exhale, let something go. Inhale, I've got this. Exhale, let something go. And begin to shift your attention, your thoughts towards your strength, your emotional strength, whatever it is that you uniquely bring to the table. Maybe for you, maybe for others. And as you're thinking about your strength, notice the emotions that come up with that. Notice how physically you feel in your body when you're in that state. And back to our same breath, we'll inhale, I've got this. Exhale, let it go. Even more fierce this time. Last 2, inhale, I've got this. Exhale, let something go. Inhale, I've got this. Exhale, let it go. And coming out of child's pose, we're going to drift forward on our bellies to take Sphinx pose. So you'll lay down on your belly. You can place your Selenite Black Tourmaline directly in front of you. And I would bring a yoga block along with you just in case you want to use it. So have that near you. We're going to set up with forearms down. So your elbows are almost underneath your shoulders. Lift through your heart. Send your gaze up and shoulders down away from your ears. And set up by energizing through your upper body, sending your heart forward. Relax through your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, your heels. So now that you've been here for a few breaths, you can either leave your gaze forward like this or lower it down towards your mat. And if you want to lower it but need some support, that's where your yoga block might come in handy. You can put it directly underneath your forehead. This is a gentle heart opener. And you can increase that by sending your breath even more strongly through your heart center. On your inhales, open your heart forward. As you exhale, relax through your shoulders. Inhaling, I've got this. Exhaling, letting something go. Last 3 breaths. And out of Sphinx, open up your elbows. We'll stack the palm of our right hand down to our mat. Left palm stacks on top of your right palm, and just place your forehead down onto the back of your left hand. Actively relax through your heels. Let them open away from one another. Fill up with a giant inhale. I've got this. Open mouth, sigh it out. And to change, we'll send hands underneath your shoulders. Press up to a tabletop position. Let's come into some light cow cats here. So on your inhale, drop your belly down. Allow your gaze to shift in front of you. Exhale, breath, press into your palms, round up through your spine. Let's take two more like that. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, drop. Exhale, press and round up through your spine. Now come to a comfortable seated position. We're going to move next into butterfly pose. You'll send the soles of your feet together. You can bring your black tourmaline and selenite back towards your body if you want. You could hold it in your hands once more or just place it near you. In this pose, there's several ways to use props. So first of all, if you feel like your pelvis is kind of tucking forward and your back is rounded, that's a great cue for you to place something underneath your hips, whether it be a block or a pillow or your mat lightly rolled up. Something really tiny or something a little thicker might help to just stack your vertebrae a little bit more with one another. Next, blocks could go underneath your knees if you feel like your knees are hanging a little heavy in space and maybe putting some pressure on your hips. Blocks underneath your knees could feel great. You can utilize your bolster or pillow in front of you on top of your feet, or if you'd like some more sensation in this pose, then you can put a pillow or a block underneath your feet and let yourself reach forward that way. We're going to lengthen through our spine. Take a deep inhale breath. And on your exhale, begin to guide yourself forward. Take a little sway side to side as you move forward. And just find your starting expression. Find that space where you're not pushing it too far, but you notice the sensation. Forehead can come directly down, or you can turn your gaze to one side or the other. Back to your inhale breath. I've got this. Exhale, let it go. And we're just about halfway through, so this is a great time to switch up any props that you're using. Maybe you're moving them out of the way or changing the height of them. And then just sink back in. Last few breaths here. Let yourself sink in with each exhale that you take. Feel it as a massive sigh out in your body, like your shoulders drop down from your ears, like your face relaxes, like your body just lets go. And slowly, one vertebra at a time, guide yourself back up, rounding through your spine. Let your head come up last. You can remove any of your props that you are utilizing. Stick them to the side for now. And let's extend legs in front of you. Just take them out. Go for some movement. That feels good. And we're going to move next into supported fish pose. So if you know where you're going and the props that you love to use, then you can begin to head there. I'm going to show you with a couple of different props how you can get into this pose. I'm going to place my selenite and my black tourmaline next to my mat so that I can utilize it once I'm in the pose. So if you're practicing with yoga blocks, you will place one lengthwise along your spine and have the other one handy just in case you want to use it behind your head. We're going to roll down onto our block. And it takes a little bit of adjustment just to get it comfortable alongside your shoulder blades and kind of position it in your back in the right spot. Your head can come down to the floor, or if it feels better, you can place a pillow or a block underneath your head to make it the same height as your heart. We're going for this lifted heart center. So if you're practicing with a pillow or a bolster, I like to place mine directly behind my back because mine's a little bit longer, so I kind of sit my hips up against it. If you're using a pillow from your bed or your couch, you might just be placing that more directly underneath your heart center. So right kind of in the center of your rib cage in the back. And once more, just roll down onto it, lifting up through your heart. Legs can stay straight in front of you, or you can draw the soles of your feet back towards one another in the supine butterfly position. And if you are practicing with some stones today, this is a great pose to place them on your body. So maybe one at your heart center or your third eye center. You could keep one in each palm or just keep them near your mat. And let's extend our arms out. Flip your palms up to the sky. Exhale out your breath. Huge inhale. I've got this. Exhale, let something go. Come back to how your body feels physically when you are showing up with emotional strength. Does it make you smile? Does it take the weight off your shoulders? Maybe it's a gut instinct that kicks in for you. Just sit within that energy. Just sit within that energy. The last few breaths here. And if you have placed a crystal on your body anywhere, you can go ahead and just take that off. If your knees are open to butterfly, draw them back towards one another and extend your legs long. Then we'll press into our forearms to sit up and off of our prop. Kick it out to the side. And then lay back down onto your spine. Let's draw knees to chest for a little side to side sway. Rock it out. Massage your lower back. And we'll move next into figure 4. So place the sole of your left foot down on the ground. Cross your right foot up and over the very bottom of your left quad. The sole of your left foot can stay on the ground, or you can draw that left knee into your chest, wrapping your arms around your hamstrings, kind of gathering your hands together. On each exhale that you take here, you might draw your knee in a little closer to your chest, not forcing anything, but just deepening into your expression today. Release your grip from behind your hamstring. We're going to drop everything over to the left. So my left knee is moving to the left. The sole of my right foot is drawing down to the left. We're taking a figure 4 supine twist. You might utilize one of your props here underneath that right knee. If it feels good to offer up some support for it, you can place that underneath your knee. Otherwise, if it feels okay hanging out in space, then just go for that. Relax your right shoulder back down to the ground behind you. Cactus through your arms. And come back to your breath. Inhale, I've got this. Feel the length in through your spine. Exhale, release something, let it go. We'll switch sides. Unravel your legs, come back to center. Draw knees to chest, right back to your side to side sway. And once you feel like your back is more relaxed and neutralized, place the sole of your right foot down on the ground. Cross your left leg up and over into figure 4. Ravel your hands around your hamstring. Maybe you're coming back to that breath where each exhale you're drawing knee a little closer to chest. Release your grip. Begin heading everything over to the right. So you're dropping your right knee to the right. The sole of your left foot draws down to the right. Again, an option to place a prop underneath your left knee if that would feel supportive. Let your left shoulder relax back down. Once more, cactus through your arms. Big inhale. I've got this. Exhale. Let something go. And when you're ready to change out of your twist, just unravel your legs and come back to center. Tuck knees to chest once more, back to your sway. And you can pick your selenite or black tourmaline back up. We are going to draw our legs up to the sky. So we're taking a variation of legs up the wall. I'm in the center of the room. I'm not against a wall. You could certainly move your mat up against the wall if you love that pose and want to sit in it for a few minutes. Otherwise, just draw the soles of your feet to the sky. Relax through your feet and your legs. If it feels more comfortable to place a small blanket or pillow or a yoga block underneath your hips and elevate them a little bit, then go for it. And you can send right hand to your heart, left hand on top of your right hand, maybe with your crystal or a couple of pieces in your hands. Just feel your heartbeat. Back to your strength, your unique wisdom. You've got this. get to find a little light movement in through your toes. Move through your ankles, your knees, kind of shake out those legs. And from here, draw knees to chest. Gather your arms around your shins, forehead towards your knees. Big, huge squeeze. And open mouth, exhale to final Shavasana. Open your right leg out away from your left. Your arms away from your body. Tuck your shoulder blades gently underneath you. Exhale out your breath. Inhale, I've got this. Exhale, let it go. Let yourself in Shavasana today be fully here. If your mind wanders, you can come back to that strong breath that you've been taking throughout practice today. Let yourself be here in full. Not backing away from anything, but showing up in your strength. If you are not ready to leave Shavasana just yet, I hope that you stay for longer. Just let my voice fade into the background. Otherwise, tuck right knee and then your left knee into your chest. Drop over into a fetal position and take a breath. And with your eyes closed, come to a comfortable seated position. You might still have your stones in your hands. On your next inhale, reach your arms out away from your face, up to the sky. Maybe send your gaze upwards. Exhale your hands down to heart center. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me under this new moon. I hope that practice served you well. It's tough carrying around that emotional energy. It definitely takes work to let go of, but you've got that strength within you. So please come to this practice anytime you've kind of just got to get out of that state and to come to that more calm state. I cannot wait to see you on your mat again soon. Enjoy this new moon.